35 kilometers per liter, 13 liters of fuel tank capacity, 19 bhp of power with 17.5 Newton meters of torque from a 220cc single cylinder oil cooled engine mated to a 5-speed gearbox. These are some of the things that the Bajaj 220 Cruise offers. Now before we move ahead, tell us your views about the looks of this motorcycle in the comments of this video. Now let's move to the main point of this video, probably for what you are watching this video, that is how this motorcycle feels to ride and all that. So first things first, the well cushioned seat of this motorcycle accompanied by the front set foot pegs and the raised handlebar makes it very easy and comfortable to ride this motorcycle on the highways. Believe me, even if you ride this motorcycle continuously, let's say for 2 hours or so, then also you will not feel tired at all, although sometimes some vibrations can be felt in the foot pegs, in the handlebar and in the seat of this motorcycle as well. But this thing only happens when you rev this motorcycle really hard. Otherwise, if you ride this motorcycle in proper speed limits and by shifting the gears properly, then you are not going to face any issue of this kind. Also, I found the clutch of this motorcycle a little bit on the heavier side as per my liking. Mind you, this can be a subjective issue, and if you do feel the same as I do, then please let me know in the comment section of this video. The windshield of this motorcycle not only enhances the beauty of this motorcycle but also protects the rider from the wind that is coming from the front side. But sometimes while riding this motorcycle at high speeds, it feels like the windshield is working in a completely opposite way. I mean, it feels like the windshield is just collecting the wind at one place and it is throwing all that wind onto the rider's face, which makes it little difficult to ride this motorcycle without wearing a helmet, and that is something we do not recommend to you at all. So please wear a helmet whenever you go out for a ride on a scooter or a motorcycle, even in your local area. Now coming back to this motorcycle, if we talk about the performance of this motorcycle, I found the performance of this motorcycle good enough from the lower to the middle of the rev range, but in the top end of the rev range, yes, it does have a lot of lag. But having said that, at the end of the day, this is a cruiser motorcycle, and if we take a look on the speed limit rules of the two-wheelers on Indian roads, then this motorcycle seems doing its job in a decent way. Riding this motorcycle in a city or in heavy traffic situation can be a little bit difficult task as compared to riding this motorcycle on highways due to the lower seat height and the raised and heavy handlebar of this motorcycle. And especially if you are a tall person, you may feel some extra stress in your legs while filtering this motorcycle through the traffic. On the other hand, on the highways, it feels very stable even at high speeds, and you can easily cut most of the corners with this motorcycle without losing your confidence. So if you are looking for a motorcycle that you are going to ride more in a city as compared to highways, then you can also consider the street variant of this motorcycle. As far as the suspension of this motorcycle is concerned, it is good enough to absorb little bit of that rough patches and some potholes as well. But you come to know about the real bouncy nature of the suspension of this motorcycle when you cross this motorcycle over a speed breaker at slow city speeds, and by mistake if you hit this motorcycle into a big pothole, then you will feel the pain of that collision in your lower back, no matter if you are sitting in the front seat of this motorcycle or in the back seat of this motorcycle. Talking about the back seat or the pillion seat of this motorcycle, it is as good as the front seat of this motorcycle in terms of cushioning, and it also gets a backrest for the pillion rider. But the pillion seat of this motorcycle is not wide enough for an adult to sit comfortably on long rides, and also the legroom on offer for the pillion on this motorcycle is very less, due to which reasons your pillion on this motorcycle can get tired much earlier as compared to the rider on this motorcycle. Apart from the digital speedometer and the odometer, the digital instrument cluster on this motorcycle also gets 2 trip meters and a digital clock with a digital fuel gauge as well. But the digital fuel gauge on this motorcycle does not always shows accurate reading for the fuel. That means many times it can go wrong as well. Apart from this, the buttons given here to operate this instrument cluster are also kind of laborious, and some other things that I really miss on this motorcycle is a tachometer and backlit switches, which were also available in the 2010 model of Pulsar 150. Having said that, the instrument cluster of this motorcycle is good enough in terms of brightness. The servicing or the maintenance cost of this motorcycle is also kind of similar to that of normal commuter motorcycles these days. That means it is very reasonable, and I have got done first 3 services of this motorcycle, from which the first one costed me around 450 rupees, the second one costed me around 110 rupees, and the third one also costed me around 450 rupees. And apart from this, I never had to spend any much money in repairing this motorcycle till the date of recording this video, and now after riding it for around 4000 kilometers, I can easily say that this is one of the better motorcycles out there in the market in its category and in this price range, especially for riding on highways. But this was my experience with this motorcycle that I told you in this video, and if you want to know more in detail about that is this motorcycle is made for you or not, then you should test ride this motorcycle at a Bajaj showroom near to you. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. You can hit the like button if you want, and you can also share this video with your friends and family. But the main thing that I really want you to do is that please wear a helmet or a seat belt whenever you go out for a ride on a motorcycle or a scooter or for a drive in a car, no matter if you sit in the front seat or in the back seat, because your safety on the road is not a burden on your head, it is your right.